Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, very special video. My girl Ophelia is back in my chair. It's been a while. She's also the girl that's in my intro video every time you see my videos come on. And the last time we did her hair was then, way back in October. And we took her lighter with a half highlight. Well, we ended up having her tone her hair down herself. She is a fellow stylist now, graduating hair school. Big props to her. She actually opened a salon suite down the hallway from me, and I'm very proud of her. So she toned her hair down, but it grew out beautifully. That was all my work still underneath there. So today, me and my assistant Kathy, we're just gonna go knock through this tightly packed Babylights back to back to back, minimal subsections, and we are going to get her lighter, but still keep it nice and bright, but still blended. So I did mix up a low light that I'll be doing every third and fourth foil sporadically. My formula is 5N, 5NW, and 5G. And when I do this, when I'm doing blondes or, lighter colors and I'm adding depth by dimension or a low light, I like to add my filler actually into my color. So, in my video going from blonde to brunette just a few videos back, we took and filled her with coppers and reds all over her entire hair. Then we ended up towel blotting it and then putting the actual final color right over top of that. But when you're doing highlights and lowlights, it's a little bit different. You can go in and do your filler and then open the foils and go and apply your final color right on top. But I find it easier just to add my filler into my formula. So what I do is I usually would do, 2/3 or, 3/4 of my formula will be the color I actually want. And then 1/3 or, a quarter will be my filler. So for example, in this situation, we did 5N, 5NW, 5G. So I want her to be all around a very nice neutral. And then I have to fill it so it doesn't go green, even though she is not too light. Like I said, she toned herself down. I could probably get away with Ophelia by doing an ash color, but we want to add dimension, warmth, richness to this color. We don't want to, drab it down with too much ash. Right now, in her situation, the color she is, you could do an ash. Most blondes that want low lights, you're going to have to fill it. So let's just pretend her hair is blonde. So I did 20 grams of 5N, because that's the formula I want to have show through. And then I did 5 grams of 5NW and 5 grams of 5G. So 1/3 was my filler, 2/3 was my actual color. Big props to my assistant, Kathy. Ophelia was actually one of the very first clients we've done together with actually foiling on a head that I am foiling on. As you can see, I started her in the back, and what we do time to time, I actually don't let her go in and work on my paying clients right now. Every now and then I'll do a content day. That's what this was. I brought in 3 models and I did the front and the top crown area and she did underneath just to get her a little bit more comfortable with foiling and Babylights. I'm so impressed with her. She literally went in and I taught her how to do my Babylights the way I do it and she killed it right away. So let me know if you guys want to see a video on ways to introduce yourself to getting an assistant, how to have them work with your clients and you and just all the stuff you need to know, the way that I choose to do it, when to start them on certain tasks, where they'll eventually end up, all that good stuff. Let me know if you want to see a video on that and I will break it down. I'll even have Kathy come on and explain a little bit of how we work together and what we do. Kathy has been working for me probably about, I'd say 10 weeks now, say 2.5 months, maybe 3. And she works 1 day a week on Fridays and I'm able to double book and get clients really in and out. So it's really cool. And I actually just announced, I'm going to actually go on Instagram today and do it soon. I sent emails out to all my clients and announced that I will be having a change in my schedule. I will be having her work 2 days with me, Mondays 9 to 9 and Fridays 9 to 9. And I'm going down to only 2 Saturdays a month. I have a lot going on, a lot of other things I want to work on as well. I love doing hair, but I don't want to get burned out. Somehow I end up working, out of 30 days in a month, I'm working 26. And it's a lot. and I really want to have time to go in and back to back get a lot of clients in on one day. Eventually I'm going to move her into actually foiling with me, and I'm going to work my way into doing the front, doing the upside down crown in the back, where I always do the upside down triangle, and letting her start underneath, because at the end of the day, I'm doing the whole top of the head in the front where it's most important. So God forbid there is a mistake made. You don't see it if you're the client, but usually there's no issue. She's amazing. You will see her in a couple videos. They're all from the same day that we did these models. But if you are thinking about getting an assistant, it's really, really amazing. Just make sure you mesh very well with them. I get along with Kathy so well. It's effortless. We are great friends. We have a lot of video content coming. We're actually going to Utah to see Jesse and Stu on the week of July 12th. So a lot going on. And yeah, we'll talk about it more in depth on a video. So I'll try to get her on here. Continuing to pack these baby lights and baby low lights into her head. And then after that, I'm going to let her process probably about 50 minutes roughly. You know, she does have old Demi permanent color on there, and Demi lifts amazing. I swear by Demi permanent. I do not really use permanent unless it's great coverage or requested upon my client. I really am against permanent color, you guys, for many different reasons. You guys know if you've been following me for a while, there's tons of chemistry that go into hair color. We're not just playing with hair, you guys. Permanent color actually is alkaline. It opens the hair up. It actually goes into the hair just like bleach does. Think of bleach going in like Pac-Man and breaking and eating everything up. And then Demi-Permanent actually just stains the cuticle on the outside. It doesn't have the lift in the color to actually penetrate into the cuticle, which makes it a lot more easier to get out. It's also a lot more beautiful on the hair, healthier, shinier, glossier. I love Shades EQ, as you guys know, and I also love Goldwell Colorants, and I used to use Joico Lumishine, which I've been falling in love with again. And yeah, so those are my go-tos. I only use permanent when requested by the client or if I have to in that situation because of great coverage. Everything always goes back to pH. Always remember, Demi-Permanent is acidic, which means it tries to close that cuticle. Think of the shingles on a roof. In a thunderstorm, they, blow up and they open up. Think of that being the alkaline permanent and lightener. It goes inside the hair, which makes it even harder to get out. And demi-permanent comes in and it closes down as much as possible, which allows reflection in the hair, which makes it shiny and smooth and soft as well. So now we're working our way into the toning process. Usually I'll do this over at the bowl, but I wanted to actually sit Ophelia down in front of Kathy and really go into depth on this, breaking it down and showing her my tips and tricks and my favorite ways to do it. I do allow her to do this on my paying clients already, and she's amazing at it. I just want to clarify that yes, she does do it, but I don't let her do it alone. When she does do it, we both tag team it, just like a blow dry. I really don't let her do anything alone yet. You got to remember this was shot 2 months ago, so it was very early on when she first started. But yeah, I definitely am coming out with a program that I'm going to start implementing. A lot of big announcements are coming soon for the Brett Ryan Hair Artistry Campus, you guys. And I'm so excited and psyched about a lot of stuff happening this year and next year. But I do want to start doing a program of assistants, and they have certain tasks they have to do before they get to certain levels. And I think it's a really good idea. A video will be coming on a breakdown of it, so stay tuned if you want to see that, in case you've been thinking about implementing, hiring somebody as an assistant, working with one, or you've been iffy about it, because I know I always said I would never have one, and now she's my third, and she's gonna stay for a while because I like her and really, really see the love and passion in her eyes and everything she does. And I want to do my best to actually set her up for success in her own career. Eventually, we'll let her start working 1 day a week, and eventually go from there, more and more and more and more, and less assisting, and eventually she'll make her way into her own stylist. So I like to split down the middle from wherever they part. If they're a tousler, I always go off the middle part. And then I actually like to section off the money pieces. Even if I'm doing just baby lights around the hairline, I usually will section it off and then go around, outline my section on the left and the right. And then I go in and I start from the bottom, working my way up, holding the hair up. You can do it the opposite way if that's more comfortable for you. I find, holding it up and letting it drop is a lot easier than actually pulling it up. And then I'll take the sections down, which is also good to do when you're doing this, because you don't want the product to smush down and bring it down too far in the back. Always remember, when you're doing a root shadow like this, you want it to represent what the normal sun would do. So I like going in and doing what I call a teardrop effect. I bring it further down in the back, around 2 inches. And as I work my way to the front, you'll notice I get higher and higher and less of a shadow. And then I always leave those money pieces out for the last minute or two and slightly just tappity tap, 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 keeps them really bright, and it allows for a beautiful, beautiful face frame that looks very natural and blended. You can see when I'm doing the hairline area, I do the whole entire hairline, not just the money piece bang box in the front, but I always like to tap it because I like it to stay as bright as possible, but a little tap will make it all look, blended in together. It will prevent it from being shadowed down and too dark, but it still makes it all come in cohesively. This is also a technique I like to do when clients who are really blonde want to be blonde to the root with no root shadow or root smudge at all whatsoever. I'll link on the card a video I did way back in my old salon called 3 different ways of toning the root: a tap, a shadow, a smudge. I'm going to do a new updated version of that because I've tweaked some things. Let me know down below in the comments if you want to see that. And also, guys, I know I've been promising for almost a year now that I have a Redken Shades EQ video coming of all the tips and tricks, sit down, breakdown video. I finally put on the last touches today, and it will be out within the next week or two. So definitely turn on the post notifications so you're ready and able to see it when it comes immediately. Well, we let her tone with her root shadow for approximately 15 minutes, and then we ended up mixing up her toner. I let Kathy have full reign over what we were gonna do since she was the model. It's up to us. They don't pay for the service, but we tell them what we're gonna do, and Ophelia is always down for that. And Kathy chose 9N, 9T, 8GI. I overlooked it. I agreed. I thought it was very, very suitable. And that's what we're toning her with. 3 toners, very short, simple, and sweet. A neutral, an ash, and a gold iridescence. I love GIs. You can never go wrong with them. The N and the GI will keep it bright and from going too dark down with too much drab from the ash. And the T, because remember, Ts are very, very strong. But I thought this formula was great. I'm glad she chose it, and I'm so proud of her. All right, guys, that's going to do it for another video. Is now in the history books. Keep watching and check out these final results. We loved it. She loved it. That's all that matters at the end of the day. I think Kathy did an amazing job. Definitely give a thumbs up if you like this tutorial and want to see more like it. Also, hit the post notification bell on. Feel free to subscribe, join the family. We're growing rapidly, and I'm so glad we have such a beautiful community here. If you have different ways that you would have tackled this, let us know down in the comments below. I'd love to read it. All right, guys, I love you all so very much, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, so long for now, guys.
I can't